We're gonna take a bus to the Magic Kingdom. Yes. Josh loves taking the bus, don't you?
It's great.
It makes you feel like a resort guest.
It does. I feel like I'm staying at the resort. You get that nice, there's like a nice bus smell.
And it's got the bus sound. I love the bus sound. Morning.
I could always text you on break. Morning.
Morning.
Magic Kingdom.
No, I guess this is how they do it now.
Hi, we're at Haunted Mansion today, and we are doing a video basically just covering everything that has to do with Haunted Mansion. There's a lot of little details that you probably walk right by through the queue line. And
We have.
Yeah,
We've walked right past stuff.
And some really interesting things while you're going through the attraction as well.
The owner of the Haunted Mansion is Master Gracie. Master Gracie was actually named after the Disney Imagineer Yale Gracie, who was responsible for creating many of the special effects for the attraction. Gracie joined Disney in 1939, working first as a layout artist on Pinocchio, and then as an art director for Fantasia. In 1961, he joined WED Enterprises division of Disney and began creating special effects for several attractions, most notably the fire effects in Pirates of the Caribbean. Gracie retired from Disney in 1975 and died in September 1983 at age 72. He is remembered with a tombstone here at the Haunted Mansion in the graveyard. Throughout the interactive queue that was reimagined in 2011, you'll pass by these unique headstones and creepy crypts. The twins. My wondering is if this is how they die. Poison? A gun? Oh, that's money. What is this? It's like a dead bird. Looks like they killed a bird.
Two birds with one stone.
Oh, Josh got it.
Identical bumps.
Two birds with one
Identical
stone.
heads.
Yep. That looks like, is that an axe or a hammer?
It's like a hammer.
Scary. This Haunted Mansion really is haunted. One of our favorites is the Composer Tomb. See if it'll play. Touch it. And if you didn't know, this queue was actually set into place over one night. Sort of how they put up decorations on Main Street USA through the night.
Oh, the pipes! The pipes are gone! You can go ahead if you want.
It's like the Haunted Mansion theme song in the background. This raven, which you will see throughout the Haunted Mansion, is mounted above the Ravencroft organ, which you can actually play on. It's like blowing arrows. Oh, I think it's this. You can play these interactive instruments, and yes, they do sound as weird as they look. They got a lot weirder on this side. ride compared to the other nine.
Now, check out this one-eyed cat. It was supposed to be a recurring character throughout the Haunted Mansion, like the Raven, but never actually made it into the attraction, until now, here on this crypt.
Dear departed brother Dave, he chased a bear into a cave. This stone was named after Dave Burkhart, who was the dimensional designer for the Haunted Mansion. Chuck Mayall worked with Bill Martin on a lot of the architectural work for the Haunted Mansion and the Magic Kingdom. This one here for Gordon Williams was head of the sound department. Here he is. Master Gracie, laid to rest. No mourning, please, at his request. Farewell. Here floats Captain Culpepper Klein. This sea captain character was originally created by Ken Anderson, who was referred to by Walt Disney himself as a jack of all trades. And if you pay close attention, in the loading area of the Haunted Mansion, there's actually a portrait of the sea captain.
Let's try another one.
Speak with the nearly departed. Oh, you can talk.
Myrtle Jones, it was said, could clear all of the hurdles
It's writing.
until she was eaten by a large snapping.
Turtle.
What rhymes with hurdle and snaps at you?
Turtle.
Turtle is perfect. Oh, poor Myrtle must have been shell-shocked. Oh, let's move on.
After you pass through the menacing wrought iron gates surrounding the mansion, you will encounter the cemetery to the left. You will find a number of witty headstones with epitaphs not to the dearly departed, but in tribute to many Imagineers who helped develop the Haunted Mansion. The headstone here about Martin was actually for Bill Martin, who was an architect who worked on the Haunted Mansion. He was also a lead architect on basically the entire Magic Kingdom. Ralph Hewitt was an illustrator that did a lot of set designs. Wathel Bender is actually Wathel Rogers, who pioneered the development of audio animatronics and worked on the programming for all the attractions in the Magic Kingdom. Here lies good old Fred. A big rock fell on his head is a tribute to Disney legend Fred Drauger, an art director who created numerous plaster effects for the Haunted Mansion. He is one of the few pioneers for wet enterprises. He is also honored in a window on Main Street, USA. At peaceful rest lies Brother Claude, planted here beneath the sod. Claude Coates was the Imagineer who came up with the layout for the Omnimover, also known as the Doom Buggy, ride track for the Haunted Mansion. And he's also responsible for the exterior of the Haunted Mansion.
Want to know a little secret? Be one of the first people out of the stretching room. Stand under the painting of the girl with the parasol. This is where the door to the ride opens. When you're in the first room with the fireplace, if you enter the room on the left, go to the right side of the room. If you enter the room on the right, go to the left side of the room.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion. I am your host, your ghost host. Our tour begins here in this gallery, here where you see paintings of some of our guests as they appeared in their corruptible, mortal state. Kindly step all the way in, please, and make room for everyone. There's no turning back now. Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding. Almost as though you sense a disquiet.
And the age-old question.
Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination?
In the Walt Disney World Haunted Mansion, the ceiling rises, giving the illusion that the room is stretching. However, in Disneyland's Haunted Mansion, because of the lack of space, the room is actually an elevator and takes you down one floor to a separate attraction building. That's why some people think that the room in Walt Disney World is actually an elevator. Space was not an issue for Walt Disney World, but Imagineers loved this effect so much, they included it, just in a different way.
Of course, there's always my way.
As you're walking out of the stretching room, there are actually gargoyles there. And if you're one of the last people out of the stretching room, you can hear them whisper, "Get out." These Omnimover ride vehicles are called Doom Buggies, which I mentioned before. They can hold you and one or two loved ones. There are 160 Doom Buggies that travel at 1.4 miles per hour and can accommodate up to 3,200 guests per hour.
Stocked with priceless first editions, only ghost stories. And Mom the haunted mansion. Actual 999 happy.
As you work your way through the mansion, you will notice a raven in many of the scenes. This is because in early development of the attraction, there were plans to make the raven the narrator. However, they changed plans, and now we have the infamous ghost host.
On the table. It's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond. Awaken the spirits with your tambourine.
So, if you didn't know, this is actually an effect used in the memorable ballroom scene, and it's based on one of the oldest and simplest tricks in the book, known as Pepper's Ghost. This old magician's illusion is named for John Henry Pepper. There is a large pane of glass between you and the ballroom below, which I actually never knew until I looked this up. The dancing ghosts are actually located above and below the track that your Doom Buggy rides on. The ballroom itself doesn't even have a single figure in it. Who would have thought? It is the reflections you see in the glass. Did you notice in the first few scenes of the attraction, you don't actually even see a ghost? That's because you don't. Not until Madame Leota in the crystal ball scene summons them. You then enter the ballroom, and ghosts are present. If you pay close attention, you will notice that you fall from the attic out the window into a graveyard, or did the bride push you?
We're about to fall from the attic.
The Grim Grinning Ghost theme song for the Haunted Mansion was recorded by the four-man singing group, the Mellow Men.
The ghosts are much less transparent in the graveyard compared to the ballroom, because you are also now a ghost, because when you fell from the attic, you died. This is why you can see them better, and now they can see you too. So, do you know the names of the three hitchhiking ghosts? Did you even know that they had names? Well, they do. The little ghost with the ball and chain is Gus. The tall, skinny skeleton is Ezra. Their hunched-over friend with the top hat is Phineas. And according to legend, Ezra Dobbins and Phineas Queech became friends with Gus Gracie when the three were cellmates at the Salem Asylum for the Criminally Insane. They escaped together hitchhiking down the road. Sometime later, Madame Leota cast a spell banishing the ghost of Gus to the mansion for eternity. However, she eventually took pity on him and summoned his old friends to keep him company, and so they continue to hitchhike to this day. Let's rewind for a second. In the interactive queue, there is a crypt for Prudence Pogg, a poetess who is actually related to Phineas, the hitchhiking ghost.
Be sure to bring your death certificate.
The little ghost at the end of the ride who beckons you to hurry back is known as Little Leota. The ghost is a small doll propped on the ledge of a crypt, dressed in a flowing wedding gown. Her face is actually projected onto a doll from a hidden projector. The face and voice of Little Leota is that of late Leota Thomas, who was a former Disney Imagineer, and whose maiden name was, ironically, Toombs. The Imagineers asked her to stand in just to test the effect, but then decided to keep her performance in the final version of the attraction. She is also Madame Leota in the Crystal Ball. Leota is also honored outside the attraction in the queue to the left, right before you enter the attraction on a tombstone. And it is said that periodically you can see the eyes on the sculpted head opening and closing. As you exit the attraction past the crypts, on your left there is another graveyard. And if you look closely to the far back left corner, you can see a familiar face. Who is it, you might ask? It's Mr. Toad! This is in tribute to the Mist Magic Kingdom attraction, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Also, if you pay close attention and listen, sometimes you can hear a dog howling. Well, that dog is sitting right here in the graveyard. Do you know who the voice actor is that portrays the ghost host? Well, it's Paul Frees, and he is a legendary voice actor. He has done numerous projects for Disney, including voices for Pirates of the Caribbean, attractions in Disneyland, and 2 very famous commercial cartoons, Fruit Loop cereals Toukie and Sam, and you're not going to believe this one, the Pillsbury Doughboy. Josh is a foolish mortal. So these flowers right here actually look like roses. Oh, they are. Someone put one of these on Master Gracie's headstone this morning. We walked through the standby line twice to get this video footage. And then we got ourselves a fast pass, literally just so we could walk through the line to get video and pictures right here in this spot in front of the mansion. We're not even going on the ride again. They got some Dooney and Burke. Oh, it says this is new.
There's the magic bell.
That's cool.
You should get that. Looks good. Matches your sunglasses.
You look very intellectual.
Yes.
That one is $150.
Do you guys have discounts for that?
Josh,
Yes.
the maddest hatter of all.
DVC and Pepsi.
This is new. It's the Hatbox Ghost. Ooh, I like this shirt. That's our ghost host. Oh, look. Here's the hitchhiking ghost. Phineas, Ezra, and Gust. Happy Hans Social Club. Oh. So, if you don't know what the Hatbox Ghost is, because there's a lot of Hatbox Ghost merchandise, it was actually an audio animatronic in the Disneyland Haunted Mansion. It ended up not working at one point, so they removed it, and Disney fans were irate. Haunted Mansion Life.
I love playing Life. Taylor was just about to say that we love playing Life.
No, I was gonna say I love playing board games.
Taylor hates playing games.
I want to do this so bad. I would love to have this. Oh, this is what I want. All of this.
First, we're supposed to be getting some new placemats and a clock and a hourglass within the next month or two.
Josh, you
So
heard
you're getting a
that?
lot of new stuff.
We will be back. This is what the Hatbox Ghost would do in the attraction. His head would disappear and reappear in the Hatbox. Look, you can get the hitchhiking ghost, or you can get Donald, Goofy, and Mickey as the hitchhiking ghosts. So I just walked back over to Haunted Mansion, and I'm looking around trying to find Josh. He's nowhere to be found because he's standing clear over here by the Columbia Harbor House. Apparently I was supposed to know that.
I think we'll eat here tonight.